Hello everyone, I'm Amir and you're watching the saddest of your channel. This summer video is about two trips to different cities near Krasnodar, Goryachy Klyuch, a town in the Caucasus Mountains, and Primorsko-Akhtarsk, located on the coast of the Azov Sea. In this video, you'll see beautiful mountains, a calm sea, and interesting sculptures. But first, it's time for breakfast, so let's go! Today for breakfast I have two sandwiches with cream cheese, tomatoes, fresh greens, and fried eggs. Everything looks delicious and tastes great. I also have some fresh strawberries. Now it's time to head to Goryachy Klyuch by car. It's about a 1.5 hour drive from Krasnodar. Look at this beautiful field we're driving through. Isn't it beautiful? The bright green grass stretches all the way to the horizon, creating a peaceful and relaxing landscape. There are no tall buildings here, just open space and nature. Okay, now we've arrived in Goryachy Klyuch. This is the Caucasus River, the main river that flows through the town. The water comes from the Caucasus Mountains and plays an important role in the local landscape. And here you can see the Bridge of Hope. It is one of the well-known landmarks in Goryachy Klyuch and a popular place for visitors to stop, enjoy the view, and take photos of the beautiful surroundings. And this is Cocktail Rock. If you take a closer look, you'll notice that the top of the rock looks like a rooster's comb. That's exactly how this famous landmark got its name. The name Goryachy Klyuch can be translated into English as hot spring. The town got its name because of the many underground thermal springs rich in mineral water. These springs emerged in the valley of the Caucasus River, and the water temperature ranges from 37 to 60 degrees Celsius. For centuries, people have visited this area to enjoy the natural mineral waters and the beautiful surroundings of the Caucasus Mountains. I'd like to share with you the history of Goryachy Klyuch. Before 1864, the area of the modern town was home to an unique settlement called Sea Farmer, which translates as hot water in the unique language. In the 1860s, after the end of the Caucasian War, much of the indigenous population was deported to the Ottoman Empire. In 1864, a resort was founded at the Caucasus Hot Springs. Later in 1868, the settlement of Goryachy Klyuch itself was officially established. Archaeological excavations in the area have uncovered ancient jewelry, coins, and household items showing that people knew about these hot springs and used their hidden waters long before our era. Why do people always want to travel? It's an interesting question. After all, we already have a place to live, familiar streets, and our daily routines. Yet, sooner or later, many of us feel the desire to go somewhere new. Perhaps the reason is that curiosity is part of human nature. Since ancient times, people have explored new lands, crossed mountains, and sailed across seas. The world is simply too large and too interesting for us to stay in one place forever. Traveling allows us to see life from a different perspective. When we leave our usual surroundings, even for a short time, we begin to notice things that we normally overlook. A different landscape, unfamiliar architecture, or even a simple walk through a new town can make us feel like explorers again. But travel is not only about discovering new places. Sometimes it is also about discovering ourselves. When we are on the road, away from our everyday responsibilities, we have more time to think. We reflect our goals, our dreams, and the direction of our lives are taken. I think that is one of the reasons why people love to travel. We are not only searching for new places on the map, we are searching for new experiences, new memories, and new ways of seeing the world. Can happiness be found in simple things? In today's world, we are often told that happiness comes from success, money, or achieving big goals. While those things can certainly bring satisfaction, they are not the only source of happiness. Sometimes happiness can be found in the simplest moments of everyday life. It might be a beautiful sunrise, a walk in nature, the sound of the sea, or a conversation with a good friend. These moments may seem small, but they often stay with us much longer than we expect. The problem is that we are usually in a hurry. We focus so much on the future that we forget to notice what is happening right now. As a result, many simple joys pass by unnoticed. Perhaps true happiness is not about having more, but about appreciating more. When we learn to value the little things, we begin to see that life offers countless reasons to smile every day. This beautiful place is called Dante's Gorge. Now we're leaving the gorge and heading into the mountains. While we're walking along these mountain trails, I'd like to tell you a local legend about Dante's Gorge. The name of the gorge is associated with Dante Alighieri's famous work, the Divine Comedy. According to local folklore, the gorge was created when a bolt of lightning from the heavens struck an evil witch who was trying to destroy the world. The powerful strike split a massive rock in two, forming the gorge we can see today. The hidden springs located nearby also have a place in this legend. It is said that they were created by a kind goddess who sealed a gateway to the another world. Since then, these waters have been believed to possess special hidden powers. Whether the legend is true or not, it certainly adds a touch of mystery to this beautiful place. This is an old reservoir. Sometimes the most beautiful moments in life are the ones we never planned. A quiet path, fresh air, the sound of birds, and a peaceful landscape can bring us more joy than we expect. Nature reminds us that we don't always need something extraordinary to feel happy. What is more important, the destination or the journey? At first, the answer may seem obvious. Many people would say that the destination is what matters most. After all, when we have traveled, we usually have a specific place we want to reach. It could be a mountain, a beach, a city, or a famous landmark. But if we think about it more carefully, the journey itself may be just as important or even more important than the destination. When we finally arrive at a place we've been dreaming about, the excitement often lasts only a short time. We take photos, enjoy the view, and create memories. But the journey is usually much longer. It is filled with small moments that we never planned, beautiful landscapes along the road, unexpected discoveries, interesting conversations, and experiences that become part of the adventure. The same idea can be applied to life. People often focus on future goals. We tell ourselves that we'll be happier when we achieve something, earn more money, buy a house, or reach a certain stage in life. But while we are looking ahead, life continues to happen every day. Perhaps real happiness is not waiting at the finish line. Perhaps it can be found in the process itself. In learning, growing, exploring, and appreciating each step along the way. Of course, destinations are important. They give us direction and motivation. But without the journey, the destination would have little meaning. So maybe the best answer is that both matter. The destination gives us a reason to move forward, while the journey makes us the experiences that make the destination worth reaching. For lunch we brought food from home. Today we're having ciabatta with cream cheese, cucumber, and sweet pepper inside. It's a simple meal, but it's fresh, tasty, and perfect for a day of exploring. Many other towns in Russia have a variety of interesting sculptures and monuments, and Goryachy Klyuch is no exception. As you walk around the town, you can find many artistic works that add character to the streets and parks. They have become part of the town's unique atmosphere and are popular with both locals and visitors. The site points in different directions and shows the locations of various cities around the world. It's a fun way to see where other places are located and how far they are from Goryachy Klyuch. What stays with us after a journey is over? Every trip eventually comes to an end. We return home, unpack our bags, and go back to our daily routines. The places we visited remain far away, and the journey becomes part of the past. But even when a trip is over, something always stays with us. The most obvious things are photographs and videos. They help us remember beautiful landscapes, interesting places, and special moments. But the most valuable souvenirs are often the ones we cannot hold in our hands. Travel leaves us with memories. Years later, we may forget the exact dates or the names of every location, but we often remember how a place made us feel. We remember the excitement of discovering something new, the peace of a quiet morning, or the beauty of a sunset over the sea. Journeys also leave us with experiences. Every new place teaches us something, even if the lesson is small. We learn about different cultures, different ways of life, and sometimes even about ourselves. And perhaps the most important thing that remains is a changed perspective. When we see more of the world, we begin to understand how diverse and fascinating it is. We realize that there is always something new to discover beyond the horizon. That is why travel is so valuable. The trip itself may last only a few days or weeks, but the memories, experiences, and lessons can stay with us for a lifetime. Long after the journey ends, a part of it continues to travel with us. Look at this building. It looks like it came straight from Moomin Valley. With its unusual shape and fairy tale appearance, it feels as if it belongs in a storybook rather than in the real world. It's the kind of place that immediately catches your attention and makes you smile. This is the reconciliation bench. It symbolizes friendship and harmony, reminding people of the importance of understanding and reconciliation. Can memories be considered our greatest treasure? When people think about wealth, they usually imagine money, expensive possessions, or valuable property. These things can certainly make life more comfortable, but they are not always the thing we value most. If we look back on our lives, we often find that our happiness moments are connected not to what we owned, but to what we experienced. A trip to a beautiful place, time spent with family and friends, or a special moment that made us smile. These are the things that stay with us for years. Unlike material possessions, memories cannot be lost in the same way. We may lose an object, but we can still remember the experiences connected to it. In fact, as time passes, many physical things become less important, while memories often become even more valuable. Memories also help shape who we are. They remind us where we have been, what we have learned, and how we have grown. Every experience, whether good or bad, becomes part of our personal story. That may be one reason why people love to travel. We are not only collecting photographs or visiting new places. We are creating memories that will stay with us long after the journey is over. Of course, memories are not perfect. Some details fade with time, but perhaps that is what makes them special. What remains are the emotions, the lessons, and the moments that truly mattered. So, can memories be considered our greatest treasure? Maybe they can. After all, many of the most valuable things in life cannot be bought. They can only be lived, remembered, and cherished. Now it's time to say goodbye to Goryachy Klyuch and head back home. We have seen beautiful mountains, explored interesting places, and learned a little about the town's history. It has been a wonderful day. Good morning, everyone! Today it's raining heavily in Krasnodar. However, weather in the Primorsko-Akhtarsk is much better. So that's where we're heading today. The drive to the city takes about 2.5 hours. Hopefully we'll find some sunshine by the sea. So let's get on the road! Now we're driving to Primorsko-Akhtarsk. Just look at how heavily it's raining. The roads are covered with large puddles. Why does driving in heavy rain feel so cozy? It's a strange feeling when you think about it. Just a few centimeters away, on the other side of the window, the weather can be harsh and uncomfortable. Rain is pouring from the sky, the wind is blowing and deep puddles cover the roads. Yet inside the car everything feels completely different. It's warm, dry and calm. The sound of raindrops hitting the roof creates a soothing rhythm, while the windows become a barrier between two different worlds. Outside nature is wild and unpredictable. Inside there is comfort and safety. Perhaps that's what makes rainy drivers feel so special. They remind us to appreciate the simple things we often take for granted. We rarely notice warmth until we experience cold. We rarely think about shelter until we see a storm. Sometimes comfort becomes most valuable when we can clearly see the discomfort that exists just beyond it. As the rain falls and the landscape passes by, there is a quiet sense of gratitude. In moments like this, even an ordinary car can feel like a small island of peace in the middle of a storm. Look at these beautiful sandy clouds. Today, the clouds are hanging very low over the landscape. We've now arrived in Primorsko-Akhtarsk. Just look at this beautiful sea. Isn't it amazing? Let me know what you think in the comments. This is the Azov Sea, the shallowest sea in the world. Its average depth is only a few meters, which makes it very different from most other seas. The calm waters and wide coastline create a peaceful atmosphere that attracts visitors every year. There are so many shells here. The most common birds on the beach are pigeons. They can be seen almost everywhere along the shore, walking across the sand and searching for food. Over time, they have become a familiar part of the local seaside atmosphere. There is a beautiful embankment here. It has many interesting small details that make this place feel really cozy and welcoming. As you walk along it, you can notice little touches in the design that give the area its special atmosphere and charm. Why does the sea feel so calming? Maybe it's because the sea never stays the same, yet it always feels familiar. The waves come and go in a steady rhythm, as if nature itself is breathing. Watching this endless movement can quiet our thoughts and slow down the noise inside our minds. There is also something powerful in its simplicity. The horizon has no edges, no limits that we can easily see. It reminds us that the world is much bigger than our everyday worries, and that our problems, no matter how important they feel, are only a small part of something vast and endless. The sound of the waves also plays its role. It is unpredictable, yet gentle at the same time. It doesn't demand attention. It simply exists, and in doing so, it allows us to let go of tension. Perhaps the sea calms us because it reflects something inside us. A desire for balance, for space, for silence. In front of it, we don't need to pretend or rush. We can simply exist, just like the water in front of us. And maybe that is enough. To stand by the sea and feel for a moment that everything is already in its place. Just look at this beautiful walnut. It looks so fresh and natural. And this is a monument to Lenin. Do you know him? Vladimir Lenin was a Russian revolutionary and political leader, known as the founder of the Soviet state. His influence played a major role in the history of Russia in the 20th century. Can we learn to live in the present moment? It sounds simple, but in reality it is quite difficult. Most of the time our minds are either stuck in the past or moving towards the future. We think about what has already happened, or we worry about what might happen next. As a result, we often miss the only moment that actually exists, the present. Living in the present means paying attention to what is happening right now. It is noticing the details of everyday life, the sound of wind, the movement of water, the feeling of the air, or even a simple conversation. These small things are always around us, but we rarely stop to truly experience them. One of the reasons we struggle with this is because modern life moves so fast. We are constantly distracted by plans, notifications, our responsibilities. Our attention is always pulled in different directions, and it becomes easy to forget where we are in this exact moment. But nature often helps us return to the present. When we stand by the sea, walk through the mountains, or simply watch clouds moving across the sky, something inside us becomes quieter. We stop thinking so much and start simply observing. Perhaps living in the present is not about trying to control our thoughts, but about gently returning our attention again and again to what is real in front of us. And maybe we don't need to be perfectly present all the time. Even a few moments of awareness can change how we feel about the whole day. Because life does not happen in the past or the future. It only happens here, in this moment. Can you see the umbrellas hanging on the trees? They're decorations. Look at this fontaine. Can you see that it's shaped like a sailboat? Now we're leaving this beautiful coastal town and heading back home. It's always a little bittersweet to say goodbye to places like this, with the sea, the fresh air, and the calm atmosphere. But every journey eventually comes to an end, and we take the memories with us. Now we're back in Krasnodar. Look at how much water is left on the streets after the rain. Now we're back home. It's been a long but beautiful journey from the mountains of Goryachy Klyuch to the sea of Primorsko-Akhtarsk, through rain, sunshine, and many unforgettable moments. I hope you enjoyed this trip as much as I did. If you liked the video, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and leave a comment telling me which place you like the most. See you in the next adventure. Bye!